Angels, all about angels, archangels, spirit guides. Who are they? For me, this concept was very fascinating, very interesting, and I came to know about this in 2014. And for me, how did I actually start to know more about them was through reading books, of course, thanks to Google, and so many articles about angels, how do you connect with angels. So that's how I started my journey. So when I basically read about angels, it really fascinated me. Not because that it's a fancy concept, but because the moment I started to read about them, there was an instant connect that I could sense. And when I say instant connect, that means while I was reading about them, I somewhere in my head knew that this connection is not something, very new. It has been always there with me since my childhood. And when I reflected back to my journey, it was not in 2014 how it started. However, it was already initiated from childhood in some or the unique ways, about which I will think of making maybe a separate video. But in today's video, I would like to share with you how did I start to connect with them and how did I sense their presence in my life. So as I said, I started to read about them. I started to become more aware of my surroundings, of the things that are happening. If there is any pattern that is being repeated. And the moment I brought my awareness into understanding the patterns in my life, I understood that this is just not randomly happening. It cannot be a coincidence that you are, simply seeing angel numbers everywhere and spotting feathers and, meeting people who are talking about this concept of angels. So it was not happening just randomly. So for me, I did not take any special course to learn about it in the beginning, in the initial days. However, I started to tune into the energies of angels through auto writing. Now, this is a concept and this is a method in which you become an instrument and you become a channel and surrender yourself to the higher ones, to the angelic beings, and ask them to guide you. And, when I now reflect back, I remember very clearly that the first auto writing that I had done for myself, the guidance which had come through the auto writing was that you would be making money, and this would be your income source in the coming days. About angels, the moment you start working on it. And the moment I read that guidance after the channeling thing, I was like, really, I don't think that's possible, because I was very happy in a corporate job that I was doing, and I had no idea, no plans of quitting the job and coming into this full-fledged. But now when I go back, at that point in time, that guidance did not really appeal me, or I would say did not really connect and resonate with me, because that was not at all in my cards, in my future plans, that I would come into this full-fledged. So now when I look back, I understand that everything that started at the point when I was ready, probably. It all started with me reading about them, being more curious to learn about them. And after I became a little bit familiar and I felt confident, I started to see and have experiences with angels. And one of the experiences which I remember very profoundly is, there was one evening which I was in my thoughts that I really want to change the job. I was not happy, not because the job was not good, but maybe I wanted a better package and I wanted to relocate. So all of those things were going on in my mind, and I had not applied anywhere on any of the job portals. So that evening, with this thought, I just took an evening nap, and by the time I opened my eyes, it was already dark. And what do I see is that while I was laying down, I opened my eyes, and the entire roof, the ceiling of the room was filled with bright stars. And for me, for a second, I thought maybe I am dreaming, I'm not yet conscious. And I just looked at those stars, and for me it was mesmerizing thing. And I closed my eyes back again and took a long deep breath, and all of this was just happening back to back. And I was like, really, what was this? I don't know what does it mean to me. What did I see? Was it my dream, or was it really did I see those stars, twinkling flashy lights all over the roof, or was it my imagination? And then I wake up, and I'm like, I was very this thinking, really, what did I see? What it could mean? Is everything all right? For a second I was, but the thing is, when I saw it, even after that, there was no fear. I was not scared. The thing is, it was a beautiful experience. And then when I researched, when I spoke to a couple of my friends with regards to this experience, then I came to know that when you start experiencing, when you start seeing angels, the first appearance of them can come to you as a flash or a sparkling light that you would see either from your periphery vision or through your direct eyes. That does not mean that there is something wrong with your eyesight. It is just an appearance of these beautiful beings of light appearing to you in this gorgeous way. And that was my first ever encounter, I would say, with angels, which was very deep and profound. And after a week or so, because I was thinking about my job, I don't know how is it connected, but yes, after a week I get a call from the director of my college saying that there is an opportunity here. I have given your reference to him, so you might get a call. And God's grace, everything just went like this, and I got an opportunity, and that's how I moved to Pune. So that was my experience in a very nutshell with you of the angels. I'm sure most of you would have already had much more deeper and profound experiences, or will have in future. But wherever you are at this point in time in your journey of spiritual development and evolvement, remember that, you can go anywhere, you can go everywhere, anywhere, and do anything and everything. But the center point, the base point is you. It all starts with you. So remember that do not take yourself for granted. Become more aware, become more conscious of what is happening with you, around you. I'm sure the moment you live your life with much more awareness and consciousness, your energies would evolve. And the moment your soul starts to evolve, you would meet such people. You would actually read stuff about things that are more in alignment for your soul's development. I hope you found some value out of this video, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe.